Everybody's talking about this t-shirt from the bear, and even it's sold out. There are just few places that you can get it, but it's not the only one that appears on the bear. Jeremy Allen White is wearing also another brand. The costume designer admitted he's not only wearing classic Merz 215, which is the one that I got here, he's also wearing Whitesville, Japanese made, a tubular fabric, so which is similar in the way that it's made to this one, but they are quite different both, and I'm going to show you in this video all the differences, how the sizes are working, how the fabric feels. I'm going to show you everything. Even the price is quite different. For the price of this one you can get two of the other ones, so I'll show you everything and you will decide which one is better and which one it fits you. So let me know in the comments below which one would you prefer, and let's start talking about the fit. And keep in mind that all the t-shirts that he's wearing are tailored to fit him perfectly. Also keep in mind that he's not really tall, probably they are cropped, they are a bit shorter than they really are, because I'm a bit taller than him. Also I don't have his body, you know, I'm not as big, I don't have his chest, so I'm not as him, but you can use me as a reference. My measures and everything are down there as well if you want to have me as a reference. So let's start with the Merz. This one, as you can see, is the L size, large size, because they recommend to go 1 or 2 sizes up because they are not pre-shrunk, so they are going to shrink after the first wash. But I thought that the L size is quite baggy. I like things just slightly more fitted, and that one was like too much. But as you can see, the Whitesville L size is also quite baggy on me. It's quite loose, especially on the waist. It's kinda okay on the shoulders, but even after the first wash it's going to shrink probably like 1 inch and a half, which is like 2.5 centimeters, and will still a bit loose, and I like things a bit more fitted. That's why I went for the medium size for Merz, which is quite good on the chest. I mean, it fits me almost perfectly, and I was a bit worried about how it's going to shrink, because if it's going to shrink more than 1 inch, it's going to be probably too fitted on me. But even though I like it more when it's slightly fitted, just a bit loose, and my only concern was a bit the neck opening that it has, you know, the space, the hole is quite big, and I like things more closer to my natural neck. And this is actually the biggest mistake of the fit. It even happens to Jeremy, that he has a really big gap there. As closer is the neck to your natural neck, nicer it is. If you're showing too much, if you have a gap there, it doesn't look nice. This t-shirt is more for like an underwear t-shirt that you are not going to show. You know, it makes sense for that, but for a basic t-shirt that you are going to show, it doesn't look nice. This is not happening with Whitesville, which is actually the opposite. In this case, the medium size, that by the way I'm wearing a black one because the white one was sold out, is really, even is quite narrow, the color, but it feels better, is better. The fit is almost perfect, but the problem is it's going to shrink. So after that it's going to be too fitted on me. That's why I decided that it's better for me the fit of the Merz. But talking about the fabric, when you touch the fabric, both first keep in mind that are tubular knitted fabrics, are jersey fabrics. The one from Merz, it says that it's like a 2-ply cotton construction, which is a really slow one, that it takes really long time, so it's probably more resistant than the other one. Actually Merz is using a word that is not meaning like it's 2-ply construction. I mean, I'm not an expert, especially in English, of different types of construction, but as far as I know, when it's a 2-ply construction, it needs to be like a 2-ply construction, because the way that they put it there, it means when it's more for suits or shirts that they have, you know, different hanks per yard, means how soft the fabric is, which usually are referred as super 100 or super 90 or super 120, super 130. That is for suits. So the word that they are using there, I think, is not really the correct one, but I think they mean that it's a 2-ply construction, so that's why it feels more dense, it feels more like resistant. It's also slightly more heavier, it's 245 grams, just a bit more than the Whitesville, but the Whitesville is made of long staple cotton, which it has longer fibers and finer fabrics. That's why it feels softer. It's also a really resistant fabric, it feels nicer and it's more pleasant to wear. That's why I think the fabric of the Whitesville is better. So Merz, I mean, probably it's a great quality fabric. It's going to be probably even more resistant because it's more dense, it's more heavy. That's why I think that probably it's going to last longer. But you know, I do prefer things that are, you know, like a bit more softer and pleasant to wear. That's why I would say that if you have the option to get this one, at least to try to see how soft is the fabric, I would prefer that one. Also, for the tape of the collar, as you can see, the neck, the construction of the neck of both are good. It's double stitched there, but the one from Whitesville, it has a double tape there on the shoulders as well. And the Merz, it doesn't have that on the shoulders. That it means, to me at least, that the quality construction is not as good as the other one, especially because I do prefer things when we talk about the shoulder that are here with the tape, because then it doesn't have that kind of, you know, folding that is sometimes unfold. It's not as nicer when it has a tape here on the shoulders, at least from my own perspective and experience also making t-shirts, because also I have my own brand and I'm not going to talk about my brand in this video, and we are comparing two really good quality t-shirts. I'm just being, you know, like picky about every details that we can see there. But even that, I got the Merz t-shirt. Is the one that I got with me, that I'm going to wash, and I'm going to see what is going to happen after the first wash. And I got that one in cream color, like this kind of beige natural color, because I wanted to try this and to see how it's going to evolve over time, because the fit of the Whitesville, it doesn't work for me, even though I think the quality and especially the price is better for Whitesville if the fit works for you, because for the same price you can get two t-shirts made in Japan with this kind of construction, the tubular construction, which, by the way, the tubular construction, it says that it feels better the body because it doesn't have the seams here on the sides. To me, I don't mind about that. I mean, this is like an old way of making t-shirts. I appreciate that, but the shape, I would say, is better. I mean, let's see how it is over time, if it holds the shape better than another one with, you know, the stitching here. I mean, I get the point of paying more for that kind of t-shirts, especially made in Germany with this tubular construction, which it requires, you know, every size it needs to be with one machine, because that circular fabric is knitting and that's the part of the body, so it needs, you know, more time, it takes more effort. And it's the same with the Whitesville, but it's made in Japan. I mean, you know, the economy in Japan and Germany, I mean, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's the same, but I don't know why with the price of one you can get two Whitesville. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? As you can see, after the first wash, it's going to shrink as we expected. That is still okay, it's not too small. I mean, it's on the limit. To me, it's like perfect there. I think the fit is working nicely on my body. I would say that the neck hole is still quite big, but this is how it is. I think it's a good t-shirt. Let's see over time how it's going to evolve. It has also this kind of small details, you know, like this here, like on the armpit, it has like a small triangle of an extra layer of fabric to have like that part of reinforce, which creates like a better shape on the sleeves, which is a small detail of quality. You know, when a brand is paying attention to all these details, I appreciate that. So I'm expecting this t-shirt to wear it like for years and years. Well, I'm expecting also the same with my own brand, which is made of female Prima cotton, and it's super soft, and it doesn't have that tubular construction. The price is half of the price of the other one, but you know, it's different what you're going to get. You're going to get something with more heritage, but you're not paying for the brand. I mean, you're paying a bit more for because it's now trendy, but it used to be also like a expensive t-shirt. I mean, it's not really expensive. You're not paying like for Balenciaga or Prada, you know, all the crazy luxury brands. You're paying for quality in this case. Maybe just slightly more than for Whitesville, but it's still really great quality. And there is just one more thing that I don't like from both of them, which is the label that it has there on the neck that is stitched, that you cannot cut it easily, like for example from John Smedley or Sunspell, that is easier to cut. And you know, this, at least for me, that is like a part of polyester that I don't want to be there. It's just annoying. That's why in my brand I don't use that labels. We don't use any labels actually on the neck, so it feels nice. It's just the feeling of the cotton, and I think that both brands can consider to put just few stitches to cut. That would be easier to cut, because right now it's impossible, especially for the German one. The other one, maybe you can cut something there, but it's still there and it's annoying. Even you can see on the Whitesville packaging, they are even referring to that label, saying like, oh, this is the label of quality. It doesn't mean anything. The quality is not on the label, it's on everything, on the t-shirt, on the construction, everything, not just on the label. So it would be great if they can just put 2 stitches on there. That would be easier to cut, and then we can forget about that label, that annoying label, but we will remember the brands that we are wearing. And by the way, if you are going to ask me where did I get them, I'm going to leave the links down there in case you want to check if they are available now, because you know they are selling out really fast. Everybody's talking about them. Leave in the comments below, what do you think, which one is the best one? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.